Okay. Hey man, what's good YouTube? It's your boy, the kid to ICTV, back up in the bit. As y'all can see on the thumbnail, I'm bringing you guys the best center build in NBA 2k26 right now. If y'all want a center build that can shoot, let alone finish in the paint, can be an impact on both sides of the court, offense, defense, and can do a little bit of playmaking here and there, you know what I'm saying? This is the build straight for you. So man, let's stop all that talking, man. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so once y'all get into the builder, basically what y'all want to do is y'all want to go power forward. Height, I want to go 6'10" for the height. I didn't want to make them too big, and I did not want to make them too small.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
No homo now, no homo now. But basically, yeah, we're gonna go 6'10", find that medium. Weight, I didn't want to make him too, you know what I'm saying, too slow, and I didn't want to make him, you know, where he didn't have any strength. So the perfect medium for me is 224 basically, and then we did go with a 7-foot wingspan. We stretched it out a little bit to help with the blocks for the most part. For the most part with this build, just use this as a template, you guys. Y'all don't have to go stat for stat, attribute for attribute, and all of that good stuff, but just tailor it to your needs. It's just what I personally like. So we're gonna hit continue. As you guys can see, here go all the attributes right here, basically. The main strong points of this build is, of course, as y'all can see, the shooting, defense. We can slash a little bit, we can play make a little bit. It's a very balanced build for the most part. You can do a little bit of everything. So you go 70 close shot. You're gonna go with a 67 driving layup. Now, of course, for those are kind of low. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what we got cap breakers for. We do got our 87 driving dunk, 61 standing dunk, 61 post control. So with this build right here, you're primarily gonna play kind of like a guard. You're gonna slash. You're not really gonna post score as much. You can put them in a post, do a little post fade here and there, but I do not recommend trying to do standard, trying to play like Shaq. That's just not his play style, honestly. Now we got the 80 mid-range, so you can definitely green your mid-range fades, all of that good stuff. Mid-range, you're solid in the mid-range. I don't have any issues with the mid-range. I want to go a little bit lower to save some attribute points. For the most part, I didn't really want to put, you know, more than what's, you know, not needed, to be honest with you. 80, you should be able to green with an 80. Now, 85 3 ball, honestly, for me, this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? I do not have any issues shooting. If I have an issue, it's literally just me. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we got a 64 free throw. Now, for my rec players, y'all may want to change that, tone that up. 64 is not bad. You can green with it, but you can get at least a 70 or a little bit higher. Now, pass act. We do have the 60 pass act. That gives us bronze dimer, basically. For the most part, 60 is slick. I mean, I was actually pretty shocked. My guy can throw the ball. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and do nothing crazy, go with a reverse lay and try to dish it out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the 60 pass act is not bad, in my opinion. I mean, I could throw some lanes, you know what I'm saying? I just don't try to overuse it, you know what I'm saying? You do have to be aware you got a 60, but it's not bad. Now, the 78 ball handle, I do want to be able to move, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be no popper, you know what I'm saying? Just sit in the corner, pass the ball, just in case if they get a good closeout, a good contest, I can dribble the ball, go into the paint, or, you know, do a little step back or whatever, and shoot the ball, you know, basically be able to play make on my own without having to rely on teammates. 69 speed with ball, not the best. That's the max that we can get. We are on the center build, so you ain't finna get no 80 speed with ball unless you lower your weight or something like that. We not finna do that because we are big at the end of the day. Now we're gonna get into the defense, one of the staples of this build. You know, every build I make has to have defense. You do not want to be that center getting dunked on. But we got 82 interior defense, which is not bad. Definitely for my build personally, I'm gonna put some cap breakers on that to help with the post control. You don't really see too many post scores, but for the most part, 82 is very solid for me at least. Tailor it to your own needs. Now, 71 perimeter defense is a little bit low. I did do the 71 to make sure we did at least get challenger bronze. I do have an attribute, or not an attribute, but a badge +1, and I put that on my challenger to up it basically. But 71 is not bad. As you can see, you definitely can get it up a little bit higher, but me personally, I'm just going to leave it at 71. I primarily want to guard the paint. With the 71, you will be able to guard bigs. I was able to even guard some of these smaller guards. If they get a little too quick, then they ain't going to cap. It's a little difficult because we are on the big, but you could definitely guard the 3 through 5, to be honest with you, hands down. Now, still, me personally, I done made my point guard build. I put a high steal on it, and this year steals ain't it. So from personal experience, I just left that alone. Some people may throw a steal on there. Me personally, we ain't getting plucks like how we did last year. So I'm just going to leave the steal alone. 93 block. That's, you know what I'm saying. Coming in the paint, we snatching that type situation. We definitely had to go with that 93 blocks. We can get gold, if I'm not mistaken, paint patrol. I knew they changed the name, but gold paint patrol. Most definitely had to get that. Now we're going to the offense. Me personally, I like to have an offensive or higher offensive rebound so I can get putbacks, to be honest with you. So I went with the 85, and I also went with an 80 defensive rebound, which is not bad for the most part. The only thing that I would tweak is maybe that 80 defensive rebound, but for the most part, this build is solid. And like I said, that's what we got cap breakers for, and the +1 badges and all of that good stuff that can help play a role. Now the physicals, we went with 78 speed. Like I said, I did not want to be no slow big, to be honest with you. I went with 78. 73 agility. Like I said, I want to be able to guard at least the 1 through 3, so that way I'll be able to guard 6'9", 6'8", 6'7", and 7-footers. You know, I definitely want to be able to move and, you know, not feel sluggish and feel like my feet are in mud. Strength, staple. If you don't got strength on your center build, I don't know what you're doing. But basically, we had to go with the 90 strength. It's not the highest. I do see some builds that has a little bit over 90, but it's like I don't really see too many builds that got the 99 strength. You know what I'm saying? I primarily play 3v3 anyways, and there ain't really too many post scores. You will see some, but I definitely had to go 90 strength, and that 90 strength plays wonders for this build on offense and defense. Vert, we went with 75 vert, so that way we could definitely get some contact dunks for the most part. Now let's get straight into these badges. So on the physical side, as you can see, we got silver high flying denier. Not a bad badge. Wish we could have got rise up, but like I said, with this build, I didn't want to take anything down. So this is more so you pick your poison. You could kill them off the dribble from the 3, stand still, mid-range, fade, and you could also finish in the paint as well. Pogo stick silver, not bad. And then we got the posterizer silver. I'm definitely going to put some cap burgers on that posterizer and get that posterizer gold, because we definitely catching bodies this year. No bullshit, we definitely catching bodies. Now strength, basically we do got silver brick wall. I definitely want to put a cap breaker on my strength so I can get that gold brick wall. Silver post remove lockdown or post lockdown. Not a bad badge. I see it pop up. I done played a few post scores. He held his own for the most part. Movable enforcer is bronze. You know, you're not really going to see that pop up too much unless you're guarding bigs that can dribble the smaller bigs, but you know, it's decent to have. And then honestly, in my opinion, one of the most underrated badges, I don't even have it Hall of Fame yet, but that strong handles, that badge is going to play wonders. Last year, I think it was like 2K 25 and 24. I had it maxed out, and you get animations. I ain't even gonna lie to you, you get some big body animations. Agility, we don't have any agility badges for the most part. Speed, we don't have any speed badges. Offensive rebounding or rebounding in general, box out beast gold, lovely. I wish we could get the rebound chaser silver, but like I said, that's where we got the badge, +1s and +2s and all of that. That's what they're for the most part. Solid badges, even for like, I like to consider this like a base model build, because like I said, you will get attributes and badge +1s. Now on the defensive side, we got silver off ball pets. We ain't gonna worry about that one. Paint patroller gold. I needed that one. I had to make sure I had that one. And then the post move lockdown is silver, unfortunately, but like I said, with some cap breakers, you could definitely get it up to gold. It's just, you know, how y'all want to do that. Perimeter defense, challenger. Like I said, I put my badge +1 on my challenger, but you do get bronze starting off. Not the best. 2K working on the contest system. That's why I had to up mine, to be honest with you. Movable enforcer, bronze, we ain't worried about that. We already went over off-ball, pest, pick dodger, and on-ball minutes. We ain't worried about that. Steals, don't reach. Simple. Just don't reach. You don't want to look stupid, just don't reach. I'll be 100% honest with you. Now we got block. We got, we already went over this, but gold paint patroller and silver high flying denier. So you definitely be able to smack some stuff off the backboard. I ain't even gonna lie to you, even get some snatch blocks, because I done got a few. We do get bronze lightning lunch. Now, for my people that wanna, be a little bit quicker, definitely throw a few cap breakers on there. You're not that far off from getting to that 75, but it's definitely possible. Ball handle, basically, we already went over this. Ankle assassin, unpluggable, handles for days are all bronze, and then of course we got the Hall of Fame strong handles. Playmaking, you know what I'm saying, but we do gotta understand we're on the big build. He's 16. Come on now. Name one big that's really taking angles like that. And KD, we not finna use KD. He's technically not even center. He's just 7 foot that can dribble the ball good. We got pass act. Pass act, like I said, that bronze dimer, that 60 pass act is slick underrated. Y'all boys gonna like that, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Even if y'all continue to subscribe, you know what I'm saying, watch some of the gameplay, y'all gonna see some of the passes. He actually can pass the ball pretty decent. Now the shooting, you get silver deadeye, silver set side specialist, you get bronze shifty shooter, and bronze post fade phenom. Not bad. Like I said, tailor this build to y'all needs. We're gonna get to the 3-ball bronze limitless range. That's really about the only difference. And then I think we already went over set side specialist. But you could definitely shoot on this build. In my opinion, is if you missing with an 85 and an 80 mid range, man, you probably just need to make a pure slash shot, to be honest. Now the badges, they kind of mid, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is the base model. You add your attribute points. I'm sorry, not your attribute points, but your cap breakers, and then your badge +1s and +2s, and this build gonna be y'all. Now free throw, we ain't even worried about that. Let's get to the finishing. You get float game, hook specialist, bronze. Layup, you get, well, we already went over float game, driving dunk, aerial wizard gold, and also that silver posterizer. But like I said, once I get them cap breakers and them badge +1s, +2, we definitely catch a body. We gotta get that gold posterizer for sure. Standing dunk, like I said, we ain't got no standing dunk. Post control, we already went over some of them. Pluggable bronze, post baby, and bronze hook shot specialist bronze. Now takeovers, for the most part, from what I see, most of these takeovers are really going to consist of defense, rebounding, a little bit of slashing here and there, but those are really all the takes. And y'all pause the video if y'all see a specific take that y'all want, but I'm not going to really go over the takes too much. But like I said, as you can see, mid-range shooting and primarily just defense, to be honest with you. Let's get into these animations. So jump shots, if y'all want a jump shot video, I could show y'all my jump shot. I drop down the shooting percentage of what I'm shooting for as well in the game. But for the most part, we ain't gonna really worry about that. Primarily, really just to be able to show you off some of the dunks we got. Like I said, you only get the pro, unfortunately. You get that attribute. Why I keep saying attribute, man? You get them cap breakers. You can definitely get, the you could possibly get the elite with more cap breakers, and you can get the off ones and off twos. But as you can see, we only got, the pro off ones and all of that. It's not bad. Like I said, you still be able to catch bodies. And for these standing dunks, we ain't even gonna get that. You get a few standing dunks. You ain't getting no contact standing dunks for real. As you can see all the animations right here. Playmaking, not the best as far as like we on the big wise. Like I said, you're not really gonna get the best animations. Me personally, I throw on Paulo Banchero or KD, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this build right here is very balanced overall. The main strong suits will really be shooting, defense, and dunking the ball, to be honest with you, but solid everywhere else. But like I said, the dribbling animations is just because we're big. We're 6'10", you know what I'm saying? We 6'10" dribbling. Name a 7-foot dribbler other than like KD. Let's be honest. And KD ain't even really a dribbler. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a shot creator, but he's not no Kyrie Irving or anything like that. But yeah, So once y'all get done putting the attribute points, you hit that start button, you know what I'm saying? And as you can see, AK-47, AD, Evan Mobley, we got these shot erasing stretch slasher, whack. Stop playing with them. Code name, I sure punched the hell out of my mic, but yeah. So strong or the go-to badges, strong handles, box out beast, aerial wizard, top attributes, block, strength, and finishing. Strength, alter shots, consistently a strong imposing presence, punishes defense at the rim, big factor on offense. They ain't even getting to the shooting. Like this is, it got stretch in the name too, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, me personally, defense first. Not says horrible passing ability will limit offense. Now, to be honest with you, like I said, me personally, the pass act is not bad for me. 60, I'm able to get my passes off without any issues. Can't convert easy dunks is a little OD unless they talking about standing dunks. But y'all see the clips, y'all done seen the clips. But man, y'all let me know what y'all thinking about this build right here. I'm gonna drop another video as far as like the updates on this build. So y'all make sure I hit that subscribe button, like button, all that good stuff. Come join the 2 Icy fam. And gang, we out there, man. The kid gone.